So maybe talk about that a little bit. What are some of the things that, with all these changes coming, and you mentioned it's going to be the busiest year ever for agents, and we already know AEPs already can be overwhelming for a lot of agents trying to keep up with all their clients. So what kind of tools should agents be looking for to help them?
Well, when there's a formulary change, if drugs aren't covered, how do you find your clients? Last year we had an example like an insulin drug, Levemir, was off of a formulary. Well, how many of your clients are on that drug? How can you quickly get to that? And that's something that SMS technology provides. We could see network disruptions. Up till now, we've always heard 64,000 pharmacies are in a network, but that could be, we see a restriction on the number of preferred pharmacies that would be in a network. So I do expect change, not just premium, but benefit changes. So you need tools, you need technology. So one of the things that SMS has is we have an in-house pharmacist. I'm pretty confident we're the only FMO that has an in-house pharmacist that can help agents solve challenging problems. Is the client eligible for any kind of support from, say, a manufacturer? Is it a Part B or is it a Part D drug? Well, what if I split a drug? Is there another drug that would serve the same purpose? An agent can't provide medical advice, but they can contact our pharmacist who could say, here's some of the options that your clients might want to consider, and have your client talk to their doctor or their pharmacist about these solutions. So that's something that our in-house pharmacist can assist. And I think that alone makes us unique. We've also introduced self-service features. So what's the biggest time bandit in an AEP for an agent? It is the time it takes to collect drugs and then enter them into a system. So no matter what system you're using, that's time. And we've solved for that time by creating a self-service feature where an email can go to your clients. It's time to update your drugs, have the clients update the drugs themselves. And then we send reminders if they don't do it. And so what we're finding is more than half of our Part D clients are able to do that themselves. And what a time saver for an agent. And that will be even more important this year with all of the disruption, is being able to send 1,000 emails at once to all of your clients saying it's time to do an update, and then give them regular updates to where you get to where you have 50, 60% or more of your clients that have done the self-service feature of Lead Advantage Pro.
Yeah, we rolled that out last AEP, and it was a real game changer for a number of our agents, particularly those with, getting into the thousands of agents and their clients in their book of business. Being able to have them self-serve on a lot of that stuff was huge.
And you go beyond self-service to self-enroll. So with Medicare Insurance Direct, we have features to where a client can self-enroll with the agent getting production credit, because the agent's unique writing number is embedded in a link that's sent to a client. So a client can go from self-service to self-enrollment, and the agent can spend their time focusing on Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement, and not necessarily the Part D. So we have a lot of our agents leveraging our tools to save valuable time in the busiest time of the year during AEP. So a couple of other features that really make Lead Advantage Pro so special is the ability to represent not just Medicare Advantage, but Medicare Supplement. Other platforms out there only do the Advantage. But we're providing single sign-on on Medicare Supplement, which means when you're on our platform and you say, okay, I've identified the carrier I want to enroll my client in, and then you go to that carrier's website and you have to re-enter all the information, including your password, which is hard to remember. With single sign-on, we carry all that data over. So now you're just a speed of play. You save time and keystrokes, and it's going to just be more natural. So whether you're selling by phone or you're selling in person, time really matters. And so we've been able to solve for that. Dan, one of the other features about Lead Advantage Pro is the fact that there's multiple ways for a client to enroll. And we actually hold the trademark to the phrase call, click, mail, or meet. Doing business with the customer the way the customer wants to do business. And so we have multiple enrollment methods. We actually have 5. So you might want to ask, wherever your contract is, if it's not with SMS, how many enrollment methods do they support? Generally, just one. But 5, if you will, enrollment methods really puts an agent in a unique position to do business with a customer long distance, face-to-face, over the phone, via email. There's lots of ways that we can do business with an agent, and agents that use Lead Advantage Pro find the multiple enrollment methods a real advantage. We also allow you to download your data. And it's kind of crazy, but some systems out there, they actually own the data, and you have to pay money to move your data out of their system into another platform. You have the ability to import your data into our system at no cost. You have the ability to export your data from our system with no cost, something that you think you could take for granted, but it's really not the case in all situations. You know, one other feature, and the last one we could talk about with the Lead Advantage Pro, is really the pharmacy lookup. We have the ability to support multiple pharmacy types, including online pharmacy. And so we get very particular. And even with the provider lookup, our tool goes in and says, what location does that provider actually, are they in network? So a provider might be working with several health systems, and one location may be in network and one location is out of network, but our systems break that down. And you can tell Mrs. Jones, you know, if you go to see the doctor on 3rd Street, you're in network, but if you go on L, it won't be in network. And helping that client really understand how they can maximize the benefit of the plan is something, again, uniquely responsible or a part of Senior Market Sales Lead Advantage Pro system.
So bottom line is there's a lot of really incredible tools, features available to agents to help them be more efficient. And that's going to be more important than ever this year. It's really kind of evaluation time, I think, for everybody right now. Probably it sounds like with the disruption we expect in the industry this year, it's kind of looking at your business and seeing, you know, do I need to change, or is this an opportunity, or is this a threat, and how am I going to adapt my business to really win? Corner to help me.
Exactly right. You know, Senior Market Sales has the history of being an innovator. We were doing technology way before the pandemic, before everyone kind of jumped on the bandwagon. We introduced the first scope of appointment form as an example. We did the first iPad enrollment. So we've constantly been innovating, and many times a vendor may try to reverse engineer or copy what we've done, but we have been a technology leader. And this year, of all years, is where there's the most disruption. And we'd like you to do business with Senior Market Sales. If you are doing business with us, we very much appreciate it. But if there's a time for you to reconsider and consider looking for the right tools to help you in the year of the most disruption, you'll find that with Senior Market Sales. Dan, thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much, Dwayne. I think shared a lot of great expertise and a lot of insight, and hopefully a lot of information that's going to help agents get some answers here as we go. And we'll have to, you know, do this again probably as we learn more throughout the year. We'll bring some more information to the field.
Very good. Thank you, everybody.
Right. Thanks, everybody.